And welcome to DCA. I am Jay, back again with another cryptocurrency market update. Guys, if you love our content, please like, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. This is not financial advice. Trading is very risky. We all know that. Don't trade more than you are willing to lose. Hang on one second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, back to what I was doing. Sorry, my wife just walked in the door. Anyways, this is not financial advice. You guys know all that good stuff. We are trading over at Bybit, Pionex, Phemex, Coinbase Pro, a little bit of everywhere. So if you guys are looking to get any kind of deposit bonuses or anything like that, links for those exchanges will be in the description. I am doing all my TA over on TradingView, so join that as well. Do the free subscription over there, and I do give away free tools from time to time, so you'll have access to that if you sign up under my link. Also, stocks, Firstrade, sign up, no deposit, get a free stock. It's pretty awesome. DogeLord apparel, DogeLord.com, DogeLordCoffee.com. Go over there, check him out. Run the promo now. Sorry about that. Oh my god, I just went through that whole thing with my mic off. If you guys are interested in learning how to trade, join DCA Patreon, join my tier trading with the view. By doing so, you're going to get access to all these channels, lock channels, several different channels in here. We got bots in here. You're going to get access to the DCA oscillator, the DCA power tool. You get all kinds of stuff for 25 bucks a month. Like I said, guys, DCA Patreon trading with the view. Jump right over to CoinGecko. This is where I look at the overall cryptocurrency market, and you guys can see that Bitcoin and everything else has been taking a big shit. Bitcoin is down 12.2% for the last week, coming in at $40,000. Ethereum's down 11.1%, coming in at $3,000. Can't believe Tether is not more red, but that doesn't, you know, maybe the big whales ain't buying. What up, Sonya Near? Everything, can you guys hear me? Like, my internet's been on and off and buggy, and I've had to restart twice. My chat's been disconnected, successfully connected like 50 times. XRP down 12.5%, Solana down 18%, Cardano down 18.6%. It's underneath the dollar mark. We're going to definitely take a look at Cardano on the chart. Terra 27.7 coming in at $83. So is this going to be a good buying opportunity? Or are we going to keep crashing? What's going on? Let me know in the comments what you guys think for overall macro view. With, you know, let's look out, you know, for the next month. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to keep going down. I'm looking at buying opportunities, that's for sure. Let's go right over to TradingView. This is a Bitcoin chart I've been posting inside Discord Patreon group. You guys can see here I have two white boxes here. These are support areas. This is the daily Bitcoin chart. This is the DCA oscillator tool we have here on the bottom. But you guys can see that way back, days and days, probably like a week and a half ago, told you guys right here that if we reject and close under that 200-day moving average, when we ran up here and tested it, we were probably going to pull back really hard, and freaking nailed it. We did pull back pretty hard, pretty quick too. I mean, it was a pretty fast drop. Those are some big daily candles, some big volume. What up, MC? So it was, you know, and as you can see, and this box of support, this box has been drawn on there since last week's video. So I haven't changed it or anything like that. No moving stuff around, and you can see that we are hitting the top of it right now as support. So we have closed once, twice, and we got 22 hours and 51 minutes left in the daily closing candle right now. So if we get another closing candle above this box of support, that's a pretty good indication that we're going to try again and take a shot up here at this old support that now becomes resistance. Okay, so we have support. When I drew this chart, this box was support, right? And you can see that we actually came down and we kind of zigzagged in there a little bit. We really did not hold up in there very much, and we broke and immediately down to the next area of support. This is why we look at support as areas and not just a single line, like you'll see most YouTubers when they're drawing TA and stuff. They're going to draw a line. Try to do it in areas. You get way better accurate results. One thing I don't like, 21-day moving average is starting to cross down towards that 50-day moving average, indicating bearish momentum. If we get a bearish crossover, you guys know the drill. It pumps before it dumps. So keep that in mind. Remember too, I told you guys about a 3-day death cross. I've talked about this several different times. I'm going to go over here to a 3-day chart. Now, every single candle on this chart, guys, represents 3 days, right? Our moving averages are still the same. So the 50 is still calculating 50 candles average close, right? The 21 is calculating the last 21 candles average close. It just so happens each candle represents 3 days. So it's, you know, that's a lot of information packed right there. That's why the higher the time frame, the stronger these indicators are, the more that they work. But 3-day death cross, that's when the 50-day moving average, blue line, crosses underneath the 200-day moving average, this red line. In this case, you can't call them day moving average. It's just the 50 moving average, 200 moving average. And we're kind of thinking, you know, if we just stay on the same trajectory where we are right now with how the moving averages are coming down, somewhere in May-ish, maybe towards, you know, in the 20s, May 25th, May 20 through the 25th, 3-day death cross. And not very many 3-day death crosses have happened on a 3-day Bitcoin chart. Maybe 2, I think. 2 or 3. Let's see. Got a death cross there, 50 cross to 200. Yeah, I think there's only like 2 or 3 in the whole Bitcoin history on a 3-day chart. That's what happens when it crosses back over. Back here, that would have been considered a golden cross. DCA, moving average script, prints a cross on any time one of these moving averages cross over. So you see like purple crosses, green crosses. Just depending on what color it is that crosses, it'll be what color the cross is. So if it's bullish, bearish. Notice we are hitting that 200-day moving average, or the 200 moving average on that 3-day chart. It is acting as support. We are above it, so it is acting as support. Our box of supports in there that we have drawn in on the daily chart, so everything lines up good. I think this is a pretty significant area of support that Bitcoin has built here. If we get the call out sign, the top of this box of support starts right around 39,600. The bottom of the box ends right around 36,900. So that's a pretty significant floor. You can see that we are following a trend. We are on this uptrend here, and it's perfect that the 200 moving average acts like the trend line here. It is acting that good as support. We know though that every time we test support, it gets weaker and weaker and weaker, right? So let's just say that support did not hold up. It ended up failing. We did break underneath this 200 moving average on this 3-day chart. We close below this 200 moving average. The next significant area of support to look for is going to be right around 35,900 all the way down to the $31,000 area. It's very possible that happens. We see those areas if we close under that 200 moving average on a 3-day time frame. Clicking over to the weekly chart. So remember last week when I told you on the daily we got a bullish crossover on the 21 and 50, right? The 21 crossed above the 50. That was a bullish cross. On the weekly, it was the complete opposite. We were getting a bearish crossover on the 21 underneath the 50. So it just so happened that we got our little pump on the daily for the bullish crossover, and then boom, our weekly starts. We get the bearish cross under, and we just start crapping out. The floor falls out. I mean, I was totally expecting this to happen. I kept telling everybody in the DCA Patreon group, like, I did not trust it. I was not convinced in this run up. Let's get everybody excited and let's pull the floor out. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly how it is. Bitcoin to zero. Sell me all the corn. What up, Nem? What up, Oz? My chat keeps saying that it's been disconnected, reconnected, disconnected. My internet's been screwed up. Just got home from ball practice, been running. It's been hell of a day, and it's been very long, I'll tell you that. I made a video a couple days ago. I totally lost this trade. It was a bad trade. I called a 50-day moving average. I told everybody to take a buy here at the 50-day moving average and totally lost, right? I mean, we blew right past it. We tested it here. This is where I said to buy. I seen it hit here and seen price deviation start to deviate away from the moving average right towards the end of closing. So I jumped the gun a little bit and was like, all right, well, let's take a buy here. So I ended up losing this trade, failed on it, got hit with the stop loss. If you're trading and you would have taken this trade and you were using leverage and you got liquidated, well, shame on you for not using the stop loss, right? You guys should know by now you got to implement the stop loss. It's got to be part of your plan. You shouldn't even be putting a trade in there if you don't already know where you're getting out and where your stop loss is going to be. But yeah, totally bomb this trade, which, you know, this happens. It doesn't 100% of the time bounce off that moving average and use it as support. A lot of the time it does. You can see all through here, we use that 50 and 21 as support all the way through there. We got close to it here, but again, it was just, you know, it's a chance you take on a daily chart on a higher time frame like this. But this is just a good example of one that I lost, and this is a good example of why we use stop losses. The oscillator is in good shape. Now you guys see these red lines on here. I got this cut in threes, so that way you can kind of understand how the oscillator works a little bit better. You got to envision it cut in half, so this is your halfway mark. Your top is going to be your overbought, and your bottom is going to be your oversold. You guys can see that when we get momentum waves that break the oversold line, it's going to start printing your dots. And then this is really when you want to start paying attention to the momentum waves. You want to look at that light blue wave and you want to wait for that clip off. This is where you're waiting for the clip off. When I say clip off, you see how that light blue cuts right off at the top of the dark blue. That's when you're going to take the buy and you're going to ride the momentum up. So you would have caught a nice little trade here. Here you can see it clips off here. You'd have bought this candle and you would have got a nice little run here. You can follow it across, you know, keep following momentum as long as the momentum wave keeps going above here. But once you get up into, you know, the top part of it, you got to start thinking about taking profits. You got to start riding your stop loss up and put it into profit. That way you're locking that shit in, right? Take a look at Ethereum. I see that the Ethereum thing has been delayed again, so that's good news for miners. Ethereum on the daily chart, okay, this is where again I'm going to say, hey, we should have bought, you know, this 50-day moving average. You could have done this on Bitcoin, I said it on Bitcoin, but you could have done this on Ethereum. Usually what Bitcoin's doing, Ethereum chart is doing pretty close to it. It's not always like spot on, but it's pretty damn close. You can see that we fall, we hit the 50-day moving average, we close above it, we open above it, and we keep going. So again, 22 hours 40 minutes left for the daily closing candle. The oscillator is underneath zero, momentum is, VWAP is, so just pay attention to this. We don't want to close under $2,941. The close under there, you're definitely going to come back down into the $2,500 area, and you're going to bounce around there for a minute. You got pretty significant support on Ethereum in that area. We can draw that in even. You can actually go right underneath the 50-day and put that box in there like that. Grab your call out tag.